Went on to Harvard Business School, got my MBA. And then I realized that at that time I became quite confident of myself to know that I don't want to spend time doing things that other people tell me is good, but it may not get me excited. So when I graduated from Harvard, we have a class of 800. I think the top 700, 750 went to Wall Street, investment banking, consulting, oil companies, all that. And there's about 10 of us who ended up in department store, retail. Now, I actually got a job from an oil company and from Hewlett-Packard. So Hewlett-Packard liked people with electrical engineering degree and then have an MBA, right? But I had no interest. I said to myself, enough is enough. I'm going to pursue my interests. And I always liked shopping. My favorite pastime is shopping with my mom. I loved that. I loved the Thanksgiving, the Christmas lights, the presentation, the windows, the visual sense of this part of consumer activity. So I took a job with Macy's. After that, of course, I came back, started G2000. I'm still faithful to that. I'm still doing exactly what I did when I left school. I never once hesitated whether or not I'm in the right business. I just have confidence and believe that if I enjoy what I do, success will prevail. Today, what would be a typical day like? I would have meetings with the party in the morning. We talk about politics. Then I maybe have a function with in the school like this, speak to media, give interviews, and then at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I go back to the office most days, and I indulge myself in picking fabric, checking out colors, trying on new styles, because that's my passion. That's what's kept me alive. A lot of institutional investors come and ask me if I want to sell the business, sell the brand, because, retail brands in China are hot these days. We have 300-400 stores in China, over 40 cities. Pretty known brand. I never thought about selling, because if I sell, I'm not selling a business. I'm selling my passion. I'm selling my life. So it makes no sense. 2 years ago, the current headmaster of Worcester Academy, the school that sort of turned me around, he had been headmaster 16 years. He was about to retire. Called me up, wanted to hook up with the whole alumni because he wanted to do fundraising, right? So I took him out for golf, and we were talking about his achievements. He didn't say much about anything except one thing. He was very proud of the fact that Worcester Academy today offered a diversity of sports, music, drama, art, and other activities, which is more diverse than some of the Tier 1 schools in New England. Okay? And he didn't talk much about academics. He didn't talk much about how many Worcester graduates went to Harvard. So I felt a bit strange. So I said, why do you focus so much on diversity of offering? Then he shared with me his education philosophy. It's quite interesting. He said 16 years ago when he went to that school, he gave himself a goal. And he never changed that goal over those years. His goal is to ensure each student, upon graduation, feels better and more confident about himself than the day he enrolled. That's his only mission. All right? He did not say how, he did not say in what area. He positioned himself and his business as something that increases self-esteem. That's the business he thinks he's in. And to achieve this, he believes that only success breeds confidence. not failures. So the key is to encourage the students to try everything. To try everything that school can offer. Hopefully find success in anything. He will take success in anything from a student. Because he believes that if a student is successful in anything, that's the first step towards changing how he feels about himself. So anyway, I share with you part of my life journey. I want to focus on one of the two things that I believe in. That's what I share with you. So my parting words, in terms of summarizing what I said earlier. First thing, engage yourself and try out as much as the school offers. For those of you who graduated, there's no time to regret. For those of you who still have a few years, please give some thought to what I just said. Secondly, accept success as it comes in whatever arena. I don't care if you're a cello player, you're a good MC, you're a good dancer, you just happen to do good graphic layout for your newsletter. Accept success in whatever arena, because it will help you believe in yourself more. With this belief, you go out to the world, you tackle your interest and your passion as a career. Don't pursue trendy jobs. Don't waste your time selling properties as a property agent simply because it makes good money. And people tell you how stupid you are to get a regular job. Do what you are interested in and passionate about. That's what I did. An engineer, end up selling fashion. You look at Nike. Have you ever heard of how Nike was invented? The founder of Nike, very low key. He's not even a businessman. He's a runner. He hurt his knee. He couldn't find any shoes in the market that could let him continue to run. So he said, I want to build shoes that have this air gap to absorb, the impact. So then, many years later, we have Nike. Howard Schultz, who started Starbucks, built into what we are today, he's crazy about coffee. He's still doing the same thing. Just recently, he took the name coffee off of Starbucks. It's always Starbucks coffee. Now they're trying to trade up, take the coffee away. Look at people like Bill Gates. Let's say Zuckerberg, the one who built Facebook. He loves that. He loves connecting. He loves socializing. Imagine if he's an introvert. Would he be able to build that? You just think about it. These things, Zuckerberg started Facebook in, I think it's a dorm or something, for his friends in the school. He had no idea 50 classmates would become 500 million people or 5 billion, right? If he had told people that was his dream, people would say he's crazy. He started off as a hobby, just doing something for friends. Any one of you can do that. You must have hobby. Think about that. Pursue that. It could eventually turn into a business. And the last thing is, I will repeat, only success breeds confidence, not failures. It pays sometimes to be a big fish in a small pond. And I'm actually addressing this last point to the parents here. Most parents want their kids to go to Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Stanford, regardless of the kid's ability, regardless of how your child will actually enjoy those few years. So, it pays to be a big fish in a small pond. when you pick universities, think clearly about that. Thank you very much.